Anyone else avoid family gatherings? And then your family's like, oh, you never come see us. So you go to a family gathering and then inevitably something happens and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I stopped coming to family gatherings. Is that just me? Can't be just me.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but normalize not going to your toxic family holiday gatherings. Your mental health is far more precious.
Well, I tell you, the black sheep of the family, we ain't taking none of that bullshit, and we ain't keeping quiet neither. Hey, real quick, if you got some shady family members, right, and they got a family function going on, right, do yourself a favor and don't show up, okay? Don't. All right? I don't care what the situation is. Don't be in the company of people who are shady, people who act like they are tolerating you. Listen, what Kevin Gates said, I go where I'm celebrated, not where I am tolerated, okay? Don't. You know, and the thing is this, you know, some of y'all got family members that are around the same age of y'all, you know, who done did you wrong. You don't need to bring that energy around the other family that you cool with. You know, some of your aunties, your uncles, your mom, pops, or whoever, they don't need to see you and your siblings or your cousins getting into it like that. Especially when, you know, if you're like me, I take pride in not liking you. And I take pride in you knowing that I don't like you. Okay? And rather than bringing that energy to the table, you know, I'd just rather not go. Like, you know, my auntie, she invited me to the family reunion a couple months ago, and I thought really hard about it. But I had to respectfully decline, you know, because unfortunately I felt like there are some people that have done me wrong to the point of no return that I just can't be in the same room with, you know, and you get deceived because some of these people, they shake it in their boots. They trying to find whatever picture they could of me and them and trying to post it online to, oh, I love my family, I love my cousin, woo-doo-woo. Man, listen, you already showed your hand. You know, the shadiness is there. I already know who you are. And I'm just going to let you, I'm not going to give that no energy. And I'm going to let you be who you are, you know. And at the end of the day, you got to look yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. Do yourself a favor and don't go around those shady ass family members that know they did you wrong. They know they was bogus as hell. You know, got that backdoor ass energy going on. Do yourself a favor and stay the hell away from them folks, all right? Food for thought. Peace.
Hey, quick tip from a licensed therapist. If your family get-togethers are an episode of The Bear, like the family Christmas episode, you don't have to go. If your family gatherings are absolutely miserable, abusive, and toxic, you do not need to ride along for that experience. You're an adult. You have autonomy. Don't go. You don't have to. They might throw a tantrum in a fit, make you feel guilty. It's just manipulation and control. If it's unhealthy and bad for you to go, don't go. You can't get in trouble anymore. Like, you're an adult. Getting in trouble is not a thing.
If you went to a family function and you didn't feel good, trust the vibe, trust your gut, trust your instinct. There's always a tangible vibe that people give off when they'd rather you not have arrived. When you and your family, your children, are not treated equally, trust that instinct that you have, that hollow pit in your stomach that tells you they don't want us here, or they don't treat my children like they treat my brother's children or my sister's children. Trust your instincts. Don't go. Have some dignity about yourself. Why go to an event? Why sit at a table and share a meal with people we call family who would rather you not be there, who don't treat you like you deserve, who don't give your children the love and attention they deserve? And this goes for grandparents, aunts, and uncles the same. Let's call it what it is. We don't have to be obliged to go to family events if we don't feel good when we are there, if we don't feel respected and loved. And if they've had the nerve to not invite you, they've already set the tone for the relationship by letting you know you are excluded and you are not welcome. So why do we force ourselves upon them by attending the next event or letting them know that it bothered us? Let me know what you think. My name is CJ Benjamin, always in the mood to make it right.
So I'm one of those people that when I attend family gatherings, right, I go there ready to be offended because I know one or two people are gonna off ramp. I remember this one time I went to a family event and a cousin of mine found me sleeping and she said to me, "Ooh, you are so lazy, no wonder you got divorced." Guys, the divorce was fresh. I was so offended. That time this person has divorced 3 times and they feel like they can tell me that, you know? So family, sometimes we really fake the unity. You know, we fake the united front, and deep down we know the things we say about one another behind closed doors. We're full of competition, we don't like each other, we just gossip about one another. So today I want us to talk about what made you not want to attend family gatherings anymore. You can leave a comment down below.
I have to speak on this because all she just said was facts. We say, oh, we're family and all of these things, but at the end of the day, we don't act like it. How much trash talk have we said behind other people's back that are part of our own family? Even extended family, they do the same thing. And we claim that we care, but deep down we don't. We just wish that other people were not doing better than we are doing. And if we are having a hard time, we want other people to have a hard time as well. If we are stressed, we want other people to be stressed and miserable as well. The amount of trash talking that happens in families is actually ridiculous. At the end of the day, we don't really like each other like that. A few times a year, we may pretend that, oh, hey, how you doing, stuff like that. But behind closed doors, we're not cool like that. Deep down, we don't like each other. And all she just said was facts. And a lot of it is our own projections onto other people. We project our hurts, assumptions about the other person, our ideas about who this person is. Like, we project those things onto other people. And it's not right. And in a lot of families, there's actually no empathy. There's no empathy. It's very hard to come by. They will see you having a hard time and they will not even ask you if you are okay. They will go behind your back and talk trash about you. But they will never come to you and say, hey, are you okay? They will never hit you up on the phone and just speak to you right away. They will go through other people and start rumors and start speaking trash about you behind your back and say they asked about you and they were concerned about you. No, you weren't concerned about me. You were talking trash behind my back the whole time. If you were concerned, you would call me on the phone or send a text message to my number. If you don't have it, you can get my number. But we don't do that. We go through other people and speak trash about each other and then say we were concerned. Ridiculous. Family is not all that, honestly. Like, if you have a great family, then obviously it is a huge blessing. But most people, we fake family. We fake rooting for each other. We fake all of those things. And that's the issue.
You don't have to go. You do not have to go to the family function. You do not have to go to Thanksgiving. You don't have to do it. About 15 years ago, I stopped going to certain family function because my mom, she's an alcoholic and she says and does unhinged things that are damaging to my mental, spiritual, emotional, and sometimes physical well-being. So I said, I'm gonna start participating in things that she is going to be at so that I can protect my peace and be in a safe space. Here's some things that you can say to your family to excuse yourself from the function. I'm sick. I will not be attending. I'm feeling under the weather. I don't think it's a good idea for me to travel right now. I know it's challenging, I know it's difficult, and I am sending you so much love, compassion, and empathy during this time right now. I want you to do what you need to do to protect yourself, to protect your peace, and to be in a safe space for your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual well-being. Remember, you don't have to go to the function. Bye for now.
You know, I officially hate family gatherings. I just went to one last weekend. My aunt comes up to me. You look like you gained some weight. Have you been eating? What? Like, how is it okay to be saying this in this day and age? It's 2024. Stop commenting on people's bodies if they didn't ask you to. Like, to tell someone, oh, you've gotten bigger. And ask, have you been eating? You've been eating, haven't you? I wanted to melt away. It made me never want to put food in my body again, which is so unhealthy because I know I'm fine. I look fine. Like, what? So yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. I hate it here.
Right now, It's Thanksgiving, and many people are having to make the difficult decision of whether or not to go to that family holiday meal. Not everybody wants to go. I'm one of those people that I would rather not. And in my adult life, I have not attended more family meals than I have attended. And that is the right thing for me. I am aware that that makes some people in my family sad. And I do feel for them on that. I am aware that they're sad they don't get to see my children on those special days. But overall, it is the right thing for me and my mental health and my physical well-being. And they will need to find a way to make the holiday happy for themselves without me and my children. And you have the right to make that same decision for yourself. And for me, it's worth it. You need to determine that for yourself, but I support you in it. And I hope you have people in your life that support you, whatever decision you make.
Let me tell you something. Let me catch my breath. I don't do no goddamn family reunions. You know the whole little get together where you see your half cousins, right, left cousins on your mama's side, grandma's side, all that other. I don't know you. You know how you got some family members that want to introduce you to your oh, this is your second cousin, this is your uncle cousin, this is your cousin nephew, so whatever, so such and such. I don't know you. I don't do all that. I don't know you. I ain't never seen you. I barely see you a day in my life. I don't know you for nothing. All this second cousin, eldest cousin to your nephew, to your grandma, the grandfather shit. I don't do all that. I don't do family reunions. I don't know half of them people in my family. All them second cousins, I don't know them. I don't know them. So maybe just me. I know it sounds selfish and stuff like that, but I don't give a damn. I ain't ever interacted with your ass like that. We ain't grow up together and shit like that. I barely know you. I don't know you. Family reunion, my ass. I do not know your ass. I don't do all that extra stuff.
Friendly reminder from someone who spent years going to toxic families' holiday gatherings. I just wanted to remind you that it is okay to not go to these holiday gatherings if it is going to affect your mental health. I know the thought of being by yourself on the holidays, it can be scary. You can feel like you're going to be depressed and you don't know how to cope with that. But as someone who made the decision to stop going to toxic family holiday gatherings, it was the best decision that I could ever make for myself. Baby, you don't need to go and be around the narcissistic parent. You don't need to go and be around the family members that are going to pick you apart because of your weight gain or your appearance or your lack of career. Out of all these people that you're going to be around on the holidays, how many of them have checked on you within the last year? If it's going to affect you, it's okay not to go.
One thing I know about family and friends at holiday time. You're not obligated to spend any time with any of them. A lot of the time it means you have to travel to them and spend time with people who quite often make you feel like shit. No, you're not even obligated to get them a present if you've probably spent enough money this year on therapy anyway. You're probably better off just have a bit of fun by yourself.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Your family will be pissed off at you when you don't give two fucks about not being invited to the family functions. Hello, I'm talking to somebody. You were the outcast. You were the black sheep. You were the one that they all gossiped about. When you used to attend family functions, you would walk into the room and you just feel the energy shift, you know? Whether it's a family reunion, a cookout, a baby shower, a wedding, wedding shower, funeral, bitch. You be knowing like you walk into the room and you can feel the energy change. You can just tell somebody was fucking talking about you before you got there, bitch. You know you got a family full of gossiping motherfuckers, messy motherfuckers, narcissistic motherfuckers that love to click up and talk about everybody. But the moment you talk shit about them, all hell breaks loose. They're fucking hypocrites. That's why. They feel entitled to talk about you. But let me tell you something. Those were the old days. You understand? We all have to grow. And unfortunately, you come from a type of family where they're emotionally stunted. They're basically toddlers trapped in adult bodies. They're stunted emotionally. So they don't evolve or grow in terms of being an intellect. You, however, will grow and evolve. And this is what's going to happen. The old you would go to family functions because you showed a lot of loyalty to your family, even though they were fucked up and dysfunctional. Even though you were uncomfortable and you didn't feel like being bothered, you still took your ass to the barbecue. You still took your ass to the family reunion. You took your ass to your sister's wedding reception. You took your ass to your uncle's funeral, knowing you didn't like half the motherfuckers that attended. You still went because you're a good person with a good heart and you're loyal. But you started to grow up. You got your ass in therapy and you understood through therapy that being around all these broken, unhealed people that are committed to staying dysfunctional is unhealthy for you. It's not good for your mental health. Therefore, you start to set boundaries and say, wait a minute, it's my family that has stunted me from growing and reaching my full potential. It's my family that has been secretly competing with me instead of supporting me. These are the very same people, my blood relatives, that hinder my growth and progress, and I got to get away from them. And you'll realize at the moment that you set a boundary and you stay away from them, your life will evolve and grow and change for the better. The blessings just keep coming in once you cut them motherfuckers off. You can love them from a distance and you can forgive them in your sleep, but you do not need to interact with them, because when you see that someone is broken and unhealed and committed to staying that way, they actually love being fucking dysfunctional, you'll end up fucked up and hurt and broken fucking with them motherfuckers. They don't care about you, your mental health, or you catching any chronic illnesses or being depressed. They don't give a fuck. They've made their decision. They've made a decision to stay the way that they are. So how does that fucking help you? Oh, just because you're blood related, you're supposed to keep fucking with them and interacting with them and going to their fucking family functions? No, it's a new motherfucking day. Watch what happens when you stop going to family functions. See, before, back in the day, when you didn't know any better and you didn't know who you was as a person, you didn't value yourself and you would seek their validation, they counted on you chasing and begging and being around them. They were the type, they could gossip about you and kiki about you right in your face. And they know you wouldn't stick up for yourself. You understand? But start setting boundaries and start rejecting your family. Stop not giving a fuck that you're not invited. Watch how they act. Oh, you don't want to invite me to the wedding? Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. I didn't want to come anyway. And I'm not going to beg your ass. Not going to invite me to the family reunion? The baby showers? What else? The cookouts? My grandmother's retirement? Bitch, fuck y'all. I don't want to come. And watch how mad they get when you don't chase and don't care. This reminds me of, it was a meme that I saw where it was a clique of women. Y'all know the mean girl clique in high school? It might be the cheerleaders. It's the group of popular mean girls. They always sticking together. These girls that were stuck up and snobbish, the mean girls, they sitting together, and the meme says, you know, you can't sit with us. They're talking specifically to one girl, right? They're trying to make fun. They're trying to be funny, and they sitting together, sticking together, and they're looking at her like, you can't sit with us. So the girl says to the group, she says, bitch, I don't want to. Clocked all of them in that one meme. You understand? That's how I be feeling with my family. I dare them. If they ever be like, you're not invited, bitch. You know what my behavior is going to be? Good, because I wasn't going to ask. I don't want to be there, bitch. Especially the bitch that gave birth to me. I don't want to be in the same room as her. It's been 10 years, and bitch, it'll be another 10 more years. Fuck all y'all. I don't want to be invited to shit. And I don't care that you don't invite me to shit. I don't sit down and eat with demons and narcissists. Sorry, not sorry. I don't give a fuck if y'all gossip about me, bitch. The only reason you talk about me is because you can't talk to me. You're denied access from holding a conversation with me because I've set a boundary. You talk about me because you can't talk to me. So why would I give a fuck what you say about me? I don't want to be fucking invited. I'm too busy over here with a life full of hobbies, a life full of friends that actually love me, friends that I vacation with around the world. Okay? I have a life, and this life has me fulfilled and happy. I'd rather be doing what I'm doing than to be around a bunch of blood relatives that secretly despise me and can't stand me and talk about me behind my motherfucking back. I don't want to be around y'all energy. So if I'm not invited, good. I don't want to be invited, bitch. Fuck y'all.
One of the reasons why I stopped attending even my own family gatherings is because it's fake. There is a lot of pretension there, a lot of underlying beef. It's just, oh, hey, how are you, and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, they start to speak ill about each other, especially those who are not part of the whole gossip and messiness. They talk trash mostly about those people who are not part of the clique. And eventually I just stopped showing up, and I just started to spend a lot more time with my friends and things like that. They will feel offended if you don't show up. And the reason is they feel like you think that you are better than them. They will never really see the issue. The main issue is we don't really like each other like that. The main issue is we don't really get along. We may come together and pretend, but deep down, we don't really get along like that. And as a child, you don't really see it for what it is. But as you grow older, you're just like, oh, okay, he is like this, she's like this. Okay, now I see. As an adult, you see everything so clearly, and you choose peace. You choose not to be involved in all of the drama, all of the rumors, all of the gossip, and all of these things. All of the toxic behaviors, you choose not to be involved in it. And then they start to resent you. They start to hate you for those things.
My family always asking me, why you don't ever come out to the cookout, to the family gatherings?
There's a mixture of reasons as to why I will not be at the family gatherings and cookouts and things. Being messy is one of them. I'm not a messy person, so as soon as somebody start getting loud, getting rowdy, I'm grabbing my keys, I'm getting up out of there. And also, older adults are really shady. They want to say certain things and think it's okay because they're older. See, I got an opinion too, and I'm going to voice my opinion, and I'm not going to keep it to myself just because of respect for your elders. Respect goes both ways, sweetie. So you're going to have to keep it quiet when you see me, or you're going to speak your piece and I'm going to speak mine, and we both just going to be speaking. And I don't want to put myself in those type of situations just to disrespect somebody, nor be disrespected, especially if that person don't even feel it's disrespect. So therefore, I'm just not going to go if I know the setting's going to be bad.
So I know the holidays are coming up next week. A lot of people probably feel guilty of not wanting to go because of certain things and beliefs. I'm just gonna be here to tell you, don't go. Have some boundaries for yourself. Have some self-respect for yourself, because you're not being true to yourself if you're going to a family get-together that you don't want to go to. It's because if they're a narcissistic family dynamic, if they're just toxic in general, or hell, even the election thing. You seem to have no morals and respect. And not only that, when you wake up to the truth about these holidays, they're all useless. Especially Thanksgiving. It's really a celebration of a slaughter of taking some of these people's lands. That's all it is. We're celebrating death on Thanksgiving. So, like me personally, I don't celebrate holidays. Hell, I don't even celebrate my own birthday. It's just, these holidays are just another day to me. Birthday's just another day to me. But you're going to these get-togethers just for them to gossip about you when you leave. They don't really give two shits about you. A lot of times they just feel like they have to invite you to a get-together because you're blood or family, but they don't really want you there anyways. Especially if you come from a narcissistic family. They don't want you there anyways. If they do, they just want to take pictures of you and get you the fuck out of there, so they put it on Facebook or Instagram to look pretty for everyone else to say, oh my god, your family's so beautiful. That's all they do. Truly love you. It's this fake love. They didn't love you as a child. They didn't love you as a teenager. They don't give two shits about you. For what? To not talk to each other for another year? Or a few months after the get together? That's how it goes. After the get together, everyone don't talk to each other for a year, months. That's how it goes. And after those people leave, they all just talk about each other, blah blah blah, and then because these people don't really give two shits about each other. It's just, I gotta look like a good person. That's all it is. In these holidays, they brainwash us because it feeds the patriarchy capitalism system. Especially Christmas. That's why they program you to tell your kids, hey, Santa's real. So now these kids feel entitled every time they go to the store to see something they want. That's how they program the children to get into the economy and capitalism and use the parents as a pawn. Not only that, a lot of you believe you're celebrating Jesus' birthday. That's not Jesus' birthday. It's literally Nimrod's birthday, a dictator who created this whole beast system. That's who you're celebrating. It's not Jesus. People don't deserve your presence. They don't. They just feed off your energy. And then when you disappear, don't want to talk to these people again. They just do the craziest shit. Gang stalk you, etc. Have some self-respect for yourself. If you have a family of your own, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, you have a healthy relationship, and you have kids, create your own little holiday. Call family giving something else, not Thanksgiving, because you're literally celebrating a massacre for the land we're living on. But have boundaries. You don't need to go to these gatherings anymore. And honestly, these holidays are slowly dying out. If you can't tell by now, these holidays are slowly dying out. They're slowly disappearing. In the near future, there probably won't be any more like Christmas, Thanksgiving, etc. Because people are just waking up to the bullshit of the holidays, and people aren't really family. When you wake up, you realize your family ain't your family. So don't go to those gatherings. You don't have to.
The reason why some of the girls are struggling with no contact is because you're not disgusted enough. There are two reasons, and that's the first one. You are not disgusted enough by this person's actions, inactions, choices, and behaviors towards you and around you. The minute that you reach a healthy level of disgust, smooth sailing. And that requires a very well intact ego. Not an inflated ego, a well intact ego that knows good and goddamn well that you didn't deserve none of that shit. The second thing that makes no contact very easy for me is when I realize that this person didn't see me at all. Like, you ain't see me. You didn't see my heart. You didn't see what I brought into the situation. You didn't see my spirit. You didn't see my intent. You did not see me at all. So disappearing out of your reality is easy, because how I'm disappearing when you didn't see me anyway? You know what I mean? Being quiet and just bowing out quietly is the easiest thing I can do, because it shouldn't have any effect on you, right? Because you didn't see me.
This may or may not be the last video of the day from your boy, but get away from toxic family. All right? Toxic family and friends. Motherfuckers are going to continue to try to keep you bound to the toxicity because you have the potential to do what they fucking didn't do. So if you're in a relationship, right? Watch how the women in your family talk about that relationship. Watch how the people talk about that relationship. When you move in a certain way, especially if you don't got no support, you move in a certain way, and next thing you know, it's, oh, you're moving a little too fast. This, that, and the third. No. How other people move, that's how they move. If you and your shawty just met, know what I mean, and y'all already about to get married, that's between y'all. Now, yes, it could be a little fast, but love is love. And if that's how y'all moving, that's how y'all are moving. You feel me? Like, people don't like to see other people happy. And I tell y'all this time and time again, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, a lot of y'all moms, a lot of y'all folks are going to be the reason that y'all are single forever. I'm just letting it be known, man. Because y'all are listening to these women who are not married. They are not successful. They are not where you want to be. Why do you continue to listen to them? I don't get it. I just don't. I don't. And it goes men and women. Stop listening to these toxic ass friends, these toxic family members who ultimately do not want to see you happy, bro. The only person that's allowed to be happy is them. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't take advice from my family members. I'm not really interested in their opinion like that. And it's not really out of like hate or anything. It's just that I will ask people who have a lot of experience in that field or that specific area. Like, I know where to get really good advice from. And so when your family thinks that they're always right, it's kind of annoying, because at the start, I wasn't looking for opinion. If I wanted your opinion, I would have came to you and said, hey, what do you think about this and this? I didn't come to you. If I don't ask you for your opinion and your advice on a specific thing, I'm not looking for it. I know where to get really good advice from. And if I don't trust you like that, at the end of the day, I'm not really like looking for your guidance on anything. That's just my opinion, at least.
Friendly reminder that you teach people how to treat you, okay? What you're not speaking up about is what you're allowing. If you don't like a certain behavior from someone in your life, but you're not saying anything, you're enabling it. People come correct when you set boundaries, when you have standards. In order for someone to get the privilege of being in your life, they have to come correct in certain ways. Friends, romantic partners, even your family. You have boundaries, you have standards for the people in your life, and just because someone has been in your life for a long time, is related to you, or is in a relationship with you, doesn't mean they get to mistreat you and get to say whatever they want. And whether people admit this or not, people respect people with boundaries. Nobody truly respects the doormat. As convenient as they might be, and as nice as it is to have somebody never speak up, they don't truly respect you. Don't be afraid to speak up. I like to call myself a retired people pleaser. I'm still working on it, but in the past, I feel like I would let people kind of treat me however, and I wouldn't really say anything. And I reached a point where I got so sick of it, and I just started snapping back and saying something, which I was so afraid of doing for so long, and boom, rarely ever any issues in my life with people. So, don't be afraid to speak up, use your voice, your boundaries are your power. Love you.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.